Yo, what's up guys? Tim here, welcome back to another Decant Boutique video. Today we have another favorite flanker, so favorite flanker part 2. And before I begin, if you have not watched part 1 yet, go ahead and watch part 1. I did 5 favorite flankers, and this is going to be a long-running series of me talking about all my favorite flankers because there's a ton of them. Really is a ton of them. So yeah, first one here, let's talk about probably the oldest flanker. I don't know which one came out before the other. I'm looking at 2 of them right now, but these 2 are the oldest flankers on the list. Let's talk about the first one here first. This one is Pure Malt by Terry Mugler. This one I think came out the first one out of all these 5. You guys let me know at the end of this video if I'm correct or not. But Pure Malt is one of those fantastic, another fantastic Mugler flanker. Now in the last video I talked about Pure Havana, which is included in my 3 trifecta of Mugler flankers. I have Pure Havana, Pure Malt, and Ultra Size, which I will include in a later video. But yes, Pure Malt is an incredible boozy fragrance, and just like Pure Havana, it has a really rich quality to it. A rich quality that does not come across pungent. It smells extremely nice, boozy fragrance that's been loosened up by a lot of fresh notes that really creates an air or a sillage that grabs a ton of attention. This one is very perfect for nights out, for clubbing, or to wear in any occasions where maybe you're dressed up in like a darker outfit, maybe like a black t-shirt, some black pants, stuff like that. Really fits this fragrance really well. Really enhanced that kind of bad boy-ish vibe, that kind of mysterious guy vibe, but a mysterious guy who loves to have fun at the same time. Maybe again, you're in your black t-shirt drowning 5-6 shots of whiskey. If you're that kind of person, this one, it's for you. I'm a little bit exaggerating, but it really would fit the vibe of this one if you're one of those party goer guys who likes to dress up a little bit more in kind of a darker outfit. This thing is incredible. Again, it's boozy, slightly spicy, slightly fresh, with a lot of masculinity in this one, a lot of fun, extrovert feeling associated with this fragrance. I really enjoy this one. And out of the 3, Pure Havana, Ultra Size, and Pure Malt, this one is my favorite out of the whole Mugler line. It just smells extremely good, extremely mass appealing, and it's one that is just overall, again, very fantastic. And to me, performance of this one as well, really good. In terms of other occasions you can wear this one in, I would say fall time. Anytime during the fall time is great. Signature scent, great. Clubs and bars, obviously. Date nights is another great choice to wear this one in if you feel confident enough to wear this on a date. If you are and you can rock this scent, the girl will love you. She'll remember you forever because no one else smells like this, I can guarantee you. So yeah, those are some of the occasions you can wear this one in. Mass appeal wise, again, it's really good. Performance is really good. So yeah, that's all about Pure Malt, guys. It's really just an amazing Mugler flanker. If you have not tried it out yet, highly urge you to. So yeah, Pure Malt. Next one here, we have Gentleman EDP by Givenchy. This is a newer release, I think late 2017 release. This one smells very similar to Dior Homme Intense and Valentino Uomo Intense. It took kind of that DNA. It's not super similar, I should say. It's in the same family of scent as those 2 monster all-stars. This one is the most masculine of all the scent. Dior Homme Intense is kind of like the most creative one. I would say it's the most pungent, the most strong, the most statement-making fragrance out of the bunch. It is also the most feminine, the most unisex out of the bunch as well. This lipsticky eye is a little bit much for me there. Valentino Uomo Intense, by far, again, one of my favorite fragrances in the world, Valentino Uomo Intense. It smells extremely masculine, and that one to me smells the most youthful out of all the 3 that I'm talking about today. So Valentino Uomo Intense, youthful, sweet, mass appealing, very masculine. This one, last one in this kind of DNA, smells the most masculine. It's dark, it's mysterious, it's a lot less sweet than Valentino and Dior Homme Intense, but again, it's beefed up with that masculine darkness. It has a lot of little spicy and woody nuance to this one as well. It just smells overall like a complete overhaul of that DNA. While those 2 lean sweet and mass appealing, this one leans statement making, aggressive, masculine. This is just a monster, and in terms of complexity in the smell, it really rivals Dior Homme Intense. Dior Homme Intense, I would say, is more complex than Valentino Uomo Intense, but this one rivals that in complexity. In terms of which 3 are my favorite, Valentino Uomo Intense and this one is neck and neck. I still really can't decide which one is my favorite, but yeah, I really enjoy both. I wear Valentino Uomo Intense when I just want to go and have fun. I want something a little sweeter, something nicer. something not so roughed up and formal and not so serious, I would wear Valentino Uomo Intense. This one is when I want something that's just, I'm serious, I'm here to win, maybe I'm going on a business meeting or I'm going to a business event, something like that. I'm here to win, I'm here to own whatever area I walk through. This is the one that I pick out of the three. And again, it's really, really good. If you like those two DNA, you'll like this one. I guarantee you, you'll like this one. I don't know if you'll like it more than the other two, but for me, it is better than Dior Intense and on par with Valentino Uomo Intense. Next one here is the one that I was debating on which one was released first. I truly forgot. I think Pure Malt was released first. This one is Dolce & Gabbana 1 EDP. And of course, it is a flanker to Dolce & Gabbana 1 EDT, which smells extremely similar. EDT is fresher. Lasts not as long as EDP, that's why I do prefer the EDP. Other than that, the smell is pretty much, I would say, 90% the same. It smells extremely good though. This one is one of the best fresh tobacco fragrance out in the designer market right now. If you want a fresh tobacco that works for the fall, winter, and springtime, that will garner you a lot of compliments, this one is it. And with it being a tobacco fragrance, it also has a lot more air of masculinity than a lot of other fresh fragrances like Acqua di Gio, Acqua di Profumo, maybe Dolce & Gabbana 1 Light Blue, Dylan Blue by Versace. All those fragrances are nice mass appealers, but it does not have the same masculine level as Dolce & Gabbana 1 EDP. This one, most masculine, smells equally as mass appealing, if not more than some of those fragrances that I mentioned. Performance of this one though is the most lackluster out of everything that I just mentioned so far. It lasts on me still 5 to 6 hours, sometimes 7 hours if it really pushed it. But other than that, it does not last too long, and I think that's why a lot of people opted out of wearing this one in comparison to something a little bit heavier for the fall and winter time. But for me, in terms of wearing it to a date, in terms of wearing it to the office, business meeting, all those situations where you want something a little bit more subtle, a little bit more intimate, this one just rocks it. There's not a lot of fragrance that does intimate setting better than Dolce & Gabbana 1 EDP, to be honest with you. Again, if you like tobacco, you want something a little bit more fresh on your tobacco, and you're missing a date fragrance from your collection, try this one out. It's really safe, sexy. A lot of girls are gonna like this one that you truly cannot go wrong wearing, really. So yeah, Dolce & Gabbana 1 EDP, one of my favorite flankers ever. I don't wear it too often, but I can highly praise it for you guys because every time I wear this one, it does work for me extremely well. So although I don't wear it too often, it's still a godly fragrance that I highly recommend you guys try out if you're one of the two that haven't tried it out yet. Next one we have here is the newest one. On this list, this one is Stronger With You Freeze. Now this one takes the original DNA and add a lot of freshness to the beginning. Freshness, some frizzy kind of quality, icy quality to the opening that just blew me away. I smell this thing, I'm like, it does smell icy. It smells like it's been in the freezer. It just smells extremely cool. Like, it's one of the most unique opening and one of the most pleasant smelling, attention-grabbing opening that I've smelled in a fragrance in a long time. Not a lot of new fragrances nowadays grab my attention. This one absolutely does. And it's a much better improvement over the original. Now, I like the original a lot. Don't get me wrong, the original is a fantastic fragrance. I really enjoy wearing that one. The practicality is great, mass appeal is great, longevity is great. To make that DNA even better, I couldn't even have imagined it. And this one did it. This one made the original DNA better. It added a lot of freshness, but it's not the type of freshness that's boring. It's not the type of freshness that you smell and you're like, I smelled this 1,000 times before. It's nothing like that. It's a really unique type of icy, freezing, like I said again, freezer type of freshness. It's very unique and it's one that I just couldn't believe happened. I couldn't believe a near perfect DNA was able to be improved upon in this one. So yeah, this one to me, I would say if you own the original, might be a little bit redundant to own this one because you're gonna wear it mostly in a similar situation. But if I were to choose between the two, this one is much better. This one, besides having a lot more freshness, is also less sweet than the original, which makes it more practical to wear in more situations, which makes it more versatile, basically. As the original is good for spring, fall, and perhaps winter, this one is good for spring, fall, winter, and even some summer nights. So yeah, in terms of occasion as well, since it's not so sweet, you can wear this one in a lot more situation than you can wear the original. So overall, this one is just the better fragrance in my personal opinion. Last one here is from Prada. This one is Prada L'Homme Absolu. This is my second most favorite fragrance of all time. In the first video, we talked about my #1 favorite, which is Allure Sport or Extreme. This one comes really closely second. This one is Cardamom and Iris, which really, there's two notes. so dominating together. In this fragrance, those two notes are like two different empires going to war. They're both very dry, very aggressive, so it's like two armies battling in the desert. It just smells extremely, extremely nice. To me, this is one of my most favorite spicy type fragrance out there in the world. Oh, in terms of mass appeal type designer, spicy fragrance. This one is extremely mass appealing and is my girlfriend's favorite fragrance to smell on me. She thinks it smells extremely sexy, extremely masculine, and to me, I totally agree. If you're in the college age, maybe around 18 to 25 or even 18 to 30, this one just fits. It's sexy, it's masculine, it's strong, spicy with a dark nuance. It really amped up that masculinity. It just works. From 18 to 30, if you're in that age range, you like spicy type of fragrance that's not too pungent. It has the cardamom, which adds a lot of freshness onto it as well. Again, it's just a really well composed fragrance and one of my favorite fragrances of all time. My second most favorite of all time. If you're around 18 to 30, definitely try this one out. Fantastic fragrance for me. And that's all I need to say about it. I don't want to hype it up way too much, so I'm gonna leave some of the spoilers for you guys to find out for yourself. So yes, PRADA L'Homme Absolu, my #1 pick for today, and that wraps up this list. Alright guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and bye.